Hello, this is BGFH back again for another game video. And this time we're going to take a look at a little game that has come out again on a couple of different platforms, Castle Crashers. Now, this game originally came out a couple of years ago on the Xbox 360 under the Xbox Live Arcade. I don't remember if it was a Summer of Arcade promotion. It very well might have been, but I know that it first came out there. And fairly recently it just made its way to Steam. And this is probably one of my favorite kind of old school, kind of throwback type of games in quite a while. The nice thing is unlike some other PC ports of recent years, it keeps a lot of what made the Xbox version great, mainly online co-op. Like, I will probably cover Luminous, which is a cool puzzle game. That came out on Xbox Live Arcade. Actually started out as a PS3 and PSP game, but then migrated to other platforms, and I was all excited about that. Now, the Xbox Live version was great, but the PC version was terrible. I mean, the audio wasn't as good. They had no online multiplayer, didn't have half the modes. For a while there was just some bad PC ports, and thankfully in recent months things have gotten a lot better and PC support is improved drastically. I am going to be playing this with an Xbox 360 controller. You just plug it into your Windows machine and it works. No drivers, no nothing. It just recognizes it. We're good to go. So Castle Crashers is a kind of a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up type of game, I guess you would call it. Sort of like the classic Final Fight, Double Dragon type of games, but a lot more. This one's like a lot more cartoony style or cel-shaded, whatever you want to call it. And you know, it just adds some really nice features to make it not quite so repetitive. And this game is really freaking hard too, at least I think it is. But so let's go with this, and I'm gonna just do a single player game right now. And this opening music, by the way, is pretty epic. I love this soundtrack. I'd like to actually find the entire soundtrack to this game because it's just got some really catchy music overall. Okay, we're gonna go in here. And as you can see, we could do 4 players. I think this may even support local co-op, so if I had like 4 controllers, you could get other people in, but I can do online as well. And a friend of mine and I, Chris, I've mentioned in a couple other videos, we are working our way through it. Started about a week ago, and we're just playing a couple nights and going through it, so it's been really fun. Really hard, but really fun. So over here you got my character. I can pick between a few different knights, different colored knights, and they have different powers depending on what color you use. So I've unlocked, this is a throwback to the developer's first game, Alien Hominid, which started out as a little flash game. But I'm going to stick to my green guy. His special attack is poison. My friend plays that guy, the ice guy. But I'm going to stick to my green guy because I have him leveled up, which will actually make me look better than I probably am at this game, because I actually have some leveled up weapons and stuff here. So before I go into an actual level, so we got a world map, kind of like your classic, you know, Super Mario Bros. 3 or any of a lot of the Mario games, that kind of thing. But when you go into a level, it's more of a side-scrolling, like I said, Double Dragon type of thing. I'm gonna go in here real quick, and like I said, the music in this game is just, even this is really cheesy, but really kind of funny. So this is a blacksmith area, and I can do a couple of different things in here. So I've got my attacks, weak and a heavy attack there. I can do like a cloud of poison following me, or I can shoot that, and those are my magical abilities. And you also notice I got this little weird creature following me around. That, if I go in here, as you play through the game, you unlock all these little creatures that you can choose to have follow you around, and they give you various abilities. So one might kind of knock other enemies down, one might give you some extra shield bonus, or like I said, the guy right now, he gives me a little health bonus or health regen. And if I walk up to, when I first get one of these, if I walk up to this, it'll tell me on the little blackboard there what the creature does. So that's kind of, again, that's one of the things that people complain about, you know, the Final Fight, Double Dragon type of games, is that they get really repetitive. They're fun at first, but you're doing the same few hit combos over and over, and it just gets boring. And there is some truth to that, but I still kind of enjoy some of those games from time to time. But Castle Crashers does a good job of mixing things up, adding extra little layers on it, you know, modernizes the classic type of game. So here we go into this weird maw here, and all along this wall we've just got all these different weapons if I wanted to switch out. So, you know, you get your strength and defense and magic abilities. It'll either raise or lower any of these attributes. So I could swap them out right now. I'm just going to keep what I have for now because it's working for me, but you know, you get the idea. So as you defeat enemies, sometimes they'll drop weapons or items, and if you drop a weapon and it's a new one, it'll be added to this inventory, so you can come back here and swap it out at any time. So we're going to leave the blacksmith shop, and we are going to head to, this is the first level of the actual game, and I'll just play through maybe a level or two just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like and what it plays like. So, you know, I haven't really talked about the visual stuff too much lately, or too much yet. I, for the most part, don't have too much trouble playing with it. I mean, the text is pretty easy to read. Even the text on the bottom isn't too bad, tells you what to do there. The one thing that I will say that I will have trouble with sometimes, especially if I'm playing like a cooperative game, is some levels there get to be so much going on that there's little dudes everywhere. And it can be a little hard. I kind of lose my guy sometimes because there's just so much stuff going on. So it can be a little bit tricky. Alright, let's go into this level here. So this is how the game starts. I like these little cutscenes that they do. Again, really epic starting music. Just really cool sounding music. So I'm just running around with my little knight dude, running around here. Weak attacks, I can throw dudes. So if it's one, and I have a bow and arrow as well actually, or I have several side weapons that I can choose aside from my sword or whatever I have. So there's like bombs, arrows. Funnily enough, one of your powers is, or one of your side items is toast, and when you eat it, you just become this big hulking thing and just and you just bash shit down. It's pretty funny. You can use it to actually kill guys a lot quicker, or there are certain parts in the game, like certain walls, where you need it to bust things down. So far, but so all kinds of different side items that you can get. Come here, buddy. Get. Oh, and I don't know if I'll level up through this playthrough at all, but when I'm on the map screen, I can show you the level up screen as well. Hopefully I don't forget to do that. Alright, grab some money. Always needed. If I want to get some new weapons or buy some side items, you can get potions. So let me... Ow! Alright. A little quick time button prompt there. That's about the extent of it. You do have a little quick time event for... sometimes if you get in little... dual things, or if you're playing co-op, to revive somebody, there's like a little quick time mini game that will have you try to revive your buddy there. So if I hit the R trigger, I have a shovel. That's something that I got in another level. My arrows, right now that's all I've got, but if I had a bomb or a potion or some toast or whatever, that's where that would appear. So when I hit the B button, that's what I would do. So I'll continue on here. just a really kind of fun game. Like I said, it's really hard, and I think, especially in some of the later levels, co-op really does help because you just get overwhelmed with guys. So we got this little buddy fighting on my side. Okay, so we've got a store. So right here I could buy, you know what, I will buy a couple potions actually. Sure. Don't need them right now, but we'll grab them later. Shopkeeper there. Alright. So we've moved on to beat that first level. And maybe I'll play one more before I wrap up this video. But if I hit Y, this is my little character stat screen. Right now I'm actually a level 22, so like I said, the beginning part of the game I'm probably way overpowered for, but which is good, so I won't embarrass myself by dying repeatedly. But well, let's see. So over on the right here we've got all these little bars. I can upgrade my strength, my magic ability, my defense, which is crucially important, I think, because like I said, this game is hard. And my speed, which I really do got to upgrade a little bit. I've been pumping a lot of my points into defense and all these other ones, especially defense though, because like I said, some of the traps later on and some of the enemies are just brutal. Oops. Okay. Okay, let's continue on. Oh, okay. Can I exit this way? Yes, I can. Oh, okay. What? Alright, let's go back to the main menu here. Sorry about that, guys. I thought it was on the different map icon here. So we'll just go to a different level here. Okay, here we go. So we got a couple night buddies following us around. Help us out a little bit. And you don't have that a lot of the time. Most of the time you do not have that. So I can... Okay, we'll continue on here. Here I can shoot my poison at them. Grab some food for some health. So like I said, it's pretty easy to see. Especially like I said, if you're playing multiple players, it zooms out a little bit from time to time. Especially if you guys are far away from each other. It can be a little tough to figure out where your character is just because of how much is going on. The other part that I will say that I had trouble with just yesterday, actually, I was playing this, like I said, with a friend of mine, and there was a level that caught me by surprise because it ended up being a place where you get to the end of this level, and it was you came across all these knights, and they throw out this giant beach ball, and you ended up having to play like a kind of a volleyball type game with your sword, so you couldn't cross the line, but you had to, for every time the ball dropped on your side, they would get a point, and when every time it dropped on their side, you'd get a point, and you'd play till to a score of 10, which sounded cool in theory, but I thought it was actually a little bit difficult to see because the ball itself had a little bit of a shadow. But just because everything was so quick and everything, both of us, my friend, he's actually visually impaired a little bit too, and but we, especially myself, I had some trouble determining where the, you know what, determining where the actual ball was, you know, lining up properly vertically. So am I up too high here, am I up down too low? And for a while they were just whooping us. It was like, you know, 10-2. But eventually we came up with a strategy and did finally beat it, thankfully. But that was one area in particular that I thought my being legally blind did not do me any favors. So otherwise, this is okay. And again, this music is really kind of cool. And there's some kind of funny stuff in here, just some of the creature design, and I forget what level it is. There's one level, it's like some jungle or something, I think it is. And you just got these weird, like I said, really weird creature designs, but all the forest animals, as you're coming up to them, you're walking, and all of a sudden you just hear this, and they're just like, they hear this ground shaking, and all the animals are running away, crapping themselves. It's just, it's kind of funny. Oh yeah, how do we beat this guy again? Okay. I gotta remember how to beat this guy. Here we go. I don't think I'm really doing much to it right now, but, well, eh. Alright, that was a lot easier than it was the first time. Like I said, being a level 22 does help. Keep going here. Oh, frickin' archers. Like I said in the chivalry video, any medieval game, I don't care what it is, I frickin' hate archers. I love melee combat, but and I'm not really good at being an archer, but just facing them, archers are a pain in the ass. Alright. Kill these guys here. Here, you know what? Eat that. Here, buddy. Money. Okay, I think we're almost done with this level. I'm not really going to play too much more, I don't think. Maybe I'll try to find an arena to wrap things up or something, but this is just a really fun game you can play either, you know, by yourself or cooperatively with a friend. Like I said, it's out on Xbox 360, it's out on Steam, and it's a really great game. Definitely one of the best, I would say one of the best revivals of the kind of 2D side-scrolling brawler, beat 'em up, whatever you want to call them. One of the best versions of that in recent years, because most of them are pretty boring. Break this down. There we go. Man, I forgot how long this level was. Sometimes what'll happen too is as you're playing, when you get to the map, you'll find that you've actually, you know, this one, I think this is actually two different things on the map. Keep that. And so, right, so I'm going in here and fighting my first real big boss, and I think this is actually a separate point on the map, so hopefully I will be able to beat this guy and not embarrass myself too badly. But if I die or beat this thing, whatever happens, I will end it after this, and we'll leave it at that. So, like I said, this will be Castle Crashers. Very fun game. It's right now, as I'm recording this, there's a holiday sale on Steam, and like I said, Steam has sales all the time, so if you go that... Damn! I kicked that guy's ass. Like I said, that guy took forever the first time I fought him. I just messed him up. Alright. Turns into this big chest. And I get to collect a whole bunch of gold and other things. Give me money, 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 money. I want to buy stuff. But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's Steam sales all the time. So it's just... I would definitely highly recommend it if you like this type of game. And again, I wanted to do something else besides first-person shooters. So, hope you enjoyed it. That is the first major set of levels here in Castle Crashers. If I was playing cooperatively, one of the funny things is once you do the bonus collecting there, all the gems and money and stuff, what happens is you actually have to fight to the death against your buddies, and whoever is the last man standing gets the girl. So kind of a neat little twist for the end of the level. So that is Castle Crashers. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back again soon for another video. So talk to you guys then.